This week on Vallo Vision News, Trump campaign officials indicted. We break down the charges against Paul Manafort and Rick Gates. Plus, see the White House's response to the charges.
And Vallo's Taco Bell has a grand opening date. Find out when the doors will be open for the city's newest Mexican restaurant.
Plus, federal officials are investigating a problem with Ford Fusion sedans after some drivers complained about their steering wheels. See Ford's response. Vallo Vision News starts right now. Hello and welcome to Vallo Vision News. I'm Faith Luna.
And I'm Monique O'Neill. Thank you so much for joining us. Topping our news this week, 2 former Trump campaign officials surrendered themselves to federal authorities this morning.
These are the first arrests made in Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe. Meanwhile, a former campaign advisor pled guilty to lying to the FBI. Karen Kaifa has the latest developments from Washington.
The White House on Monday distancing themselves from the indictments of former Trump campaign officials Paul Manafort and Rick Gates.
Today's announcement has nothing to do with the president, has nothing to do with the president's campaign or campaign activity.
Manafort and Gates pleaded not guilty in federal district court in Washington Monday afternoon after surrendering to federal authorities earlier in the day. These initial charges do not cover any activities related to the 2016 campaign, but it's possible additional charges could come later. The indictment against Manafort and Gates contains 12 counts, including conspiracy against the United States, conspiracy to launder money, unregistered agent of a foreign principal, false and misleading U.S. Foreign Agents Registration Act statements, false statements, and 7 counts of failure to file reports of foreign bank and financial accounts. Additionally, newly unsealed records today show that George Papadopoulos, a former foreign policy advisor to the Trump campaign, has pleaded guilty for making false statements to the FBI. Trump's attorney, Jay Sekulow, said the president will not interfere as Mueller continues his work.
The president is not interfering with Special Counsel Mueller's position. He's not firing the special counsel. He said that before. I'm not concerned about where this goes. Obviously, I think one thing this does establish is special counsel's moving expeditiously, and that's, I think, good for the country and good for the president.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Prosecutors described both Manafort and Gates as flight risks due to their overseas connections, but both men have been placed under house arrest and must surrender their passports. And the wait is finally over. Montevallo's very own Taco Bell is set to open this Wednesday.
Plans were made to open a new location after an online petition was created and signed by more than 300 students. The franchise was supposed to open in late summer, but scheduling setbacks pushed back opening day. The Montevallo location features a large outdoor patio where students and residents can gather. Taco Bell opens its doors at 11 a.m. UM's Communication Studies program was in the spotlight last Thursday during the 7th annual Comms Day celebration. Comms Day is a senior capstone project for communication studies majors who organized the entire event. The day included panels and presentations with Comms alumni and opportunity fair. This year's event also included a Comms Mythbuster session to help people better understand the communication studies major.
The University of Montevallo held its 12th annual Run for Research last Thursday outside of the Student Retreat Center. There were 42 participants in the 5K run and the 1-mile walk. The run is held to raise money for students participating in undergraduate research. In addition to funding research, money raised also helps pay for students to present research at conferences. Doctors Denise Myers and Robert Barone won the 1-mile walk. Doctors Emma Atwood and Alex Behringer won the 5K run. The Sisters of Chi Omega hosted their annual color run Saturday morning. More than 100 people attended this year's run. Thanks to participants of the race and generous donations from sponsors and alumni, the women of Chi raised more than $10,000 for their philanthropy Make-A-Wish.
It's almost time to fall back. Daylight saving time ends this Sunday morning at 2 a.m. That means you need to set your clocks back an hour Saturday night before you go to bed. Daylight saving time will return on March 11, 2018.
Good news for Coach Bruce Dieterle's Falcons. Montevallo's men's soccer team has made the Gulf South Conference tournament in their first year back since leaving the Peach Belt. An 89th minute winner by captain Josh Keller secured a home field advantage in the final match against Christian Brothers. The two teams tied in Memphis earlier this season, with Keller scoring the only Falcons goal. The 8-4-4 Falcons host the Buccaneers at Varsity Field Tuesday at 7. Remember, there's always more news 24/7 on our social media pages. Just search for Vallo Vision News on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more stories, videos, and photos throughout the week. Still ahead on Vallo Vision News, apology not accepted. Actor Kevin Spacey attempts to apologize for alleged sexual misconduct, but it doesn't go over well on the internet. See what the Oscar-winning actor said has caused a stir in Hollywood.
Plus pinching pennies, a new study finds that millennials are better at saving money than older generations. Find out what has young people stashing their cash.
And up and away, find out how high and how far this British daredevil flew with nothing more than a helium balloon and a camping chair. We'll be right back. Actor Kevin Spacey is under fire for tweeting an apology for an alleged sexual assault and coming out as he is gay at the same time.
Actor Anthony Rapp, who is currently starring in Star Trek Discovery, told BuzzFeed that the House of Cards star made a sexual advance towards him in 1986. Spacey was 26 years old at the time and Rapp was just 14. Spacey said on Twitter that he may have been drunk and doesn't remember the incident, but said if it's true, he owes Rapp a sincere apology. He then went on to say that he chooses to live as a gay man. Many celebrities responded by accusing the Oscar-winning actor of deflecting the assault allegations by coming out of the closet. Comedian Wanda Sykes tweeted, "You don't get to choose to hide under the rainbow." Actor and comedian Billy Eichner approached the topic with humor and disgust. He tweeted, "Kevin Spacey has just invented something that has never existed before, a bad time to come out." He also wrote, "The Spacey statement is truly disgusting, irresponsible, and dangerous." Turns out, Twitter users base isn't big as it tweets it is. The social media network said Thursday it has overstated its user numbers since 2014. Twitter says it's mistakenly included a segment of users from third-party applications. Twitter now has 330 million users globally. Getting your hands on the new iPhone 10 is proving to be difficult already. Pre-orders for the $999 smartphone opened last Friday, a week ahead of the November 3rd launch. But the initial supply sold out in just a few minutes. That means most people won't be able to get the iPhone 10 on November 3rd. They'll have to wait 5 to 6 weeks for the next shipment. The latest Apple smartphone comes in just two colors, silver and space gray. It is an all-glass design, but Apple says it's the most durable glass ever used in a smartphone, which is a good thing because Apple also announced that it will cost $275 to repair a cracked screen on the iPhone 10. Federal regulators are investigating complaints of losing steering wheels in Ford Fusions.
The probe covers about 841,000 2014 through 2016 mid-sized sedans. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration opened the investigation after receiving 3 complaints about loose steering wheels. A person in Georgia told the agency that the steering wheel on their 2015 Fusion fell into their lap while they were turning into a gas station. 2 other people reported that the bolt attaching the wheel to the steering column came loose while driving. There have been no reports of crashes or injuries in connection to faulty steering wheels. Ford says it's cooperating with the investigation, but has not issued a recall. Walmart is now known for unique shoppers in the aisles, but this time robots are taking the spotlight. The retailer is experimenting with using robots to do jobs like scan for out-of-stock items, incorrect prices, and missing labels. Right now, Walmart is testing robots in some stores in Arkansas and California. But officials hope to have robots in at least 50 stores by the end of January 2018. Walmart CTO Jeremy King says the robots are more efficient and quicker than human employees. Millennials are saving more money and planning ahead. That's according to a new survey from bankrate.com. They say about 60% of young people are spending less money to save for the future. That number jumps to 74% when you're talking about people between the ages of 18 and 26 years old. The reasons they list for cutting back on spending include paying off debt, concerns about the economy, job security, and stagnant incomes. Meanwhile, only 25% of older generations are cutting costs to save money for the future. Still ahead on ValloVision News, coffee detox?
See what steps you can take to curb your caffeine cravings in today's Health Minute. We'll be right back. Welcome back to ValloVision News. Are you a Java junkie?
Hate to break it to you, but your daily fix may be a problem. Reed Binion explains what to look for in today's Health Minute.
A good old cup of Joe can jumpstart any morning, but too much coffee can be bad for your health. Researchers say healthy adults can consume up to 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. That's about 4 8-ounce cups of coffee. If you need to cut back on caffeine, keep a diary. Jot down what you drink and when. And look at your diet. Caffeine can be found in coffee, tea, soda, and chocolate. It's also in energy bars and pain medicines. If you're looking to cut back, try tea or other coffee alternatives. Black or green teas can slash the caffeine count while still providing a punch. Also, know your body, anticipate cravings, and prepare for them. If you need a pick-me-up in the afternoon, try breathing exercises, or get up from your desk and go for a short walk. Cutting caffeine can be daunting, but simple small changes can make a big difference. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
Just in time for Halloween, today is National Candy Corn Day.
Love them or hate them, they are popular this time of year. Candy corn was invented in the late 1800s to celebrate the beauty of corn and the autumn colors. The candy is made from corn syrup, sugar, water, marshmallows, fondant, and palm wax. So, do you like candy corn?
I actually don't like candy corn.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's not in the holiday
really
spirit.
disgusting. I want to see old people eating it. Check this out. A British adventurer's latest stunt is going viral online.
Tom Morgan recently soared 8,000 feet high in the sky over South Africa. That's about 1.5 miles above the ground. Morgan inflated 100 helium balloons and attached them to a camping chair to take his up-inspired stunt. His floating flight covered about 15.5 miles. He returned to the ground by gradually cutting balloons off of the ground. He described his flight as, quote, unbelievably cool. Morgan says he wants to organize a competitive helium balloon race in South Africa. So do you think you could do it?
No, I'm afraid of it.
I am too. I'm not good with heights.
Yeah. That's all the time we have for today's show. Remember, you can get more stories from UM student reporters throughout the week.
Just head over to vallovisionnews.wordpress.com to see other news from around the Montevallo campus and community. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in to ValloVision News again next week.